Hi, you caught me at the Board Game Network. I'm going to be talking about Battle for Greyport. This is a Red Dragon Inn game put out by Slugfest Games, and it plays 2 to 5 players in about half an hour per player. So it's going to be a couple of hours if you play a 4-player game or something. And there are several mission cards, there's 7 mission cards that come in the basic game, and they all have different creature decks. This is a deck building game where you build your deck that you go through, and it's a dungeon crawl essentially, even though it's out on certain locations. You've got monsters there and you're playing your cards to attack the monsters type thing. And so different missions will have different locations, they'll have different decks of monsters, they have different abilities that happen at the different locations, different benefits. You can equip yourself with equipment which give you certain abilities, and the monsters come in based on the number of players. It's scaled based on number of players here for how much health the location has. You have to protect the location. If the location falls, then you have a negative impact on you. You also have health that you start with, and your boss monsters. If you protect the Red Dragon Inn so that all creatures have left, then here's a benefit you get. Here's also something that happens to you when you're at that location. So there's a lot of variety in the way this game works out, so that when you go through different missions, you play quite a bit different because you can do different abilities at different locations. You can play different characters. They have a bunch of different characters to choose from. And I gotta say that is a cooperative game where you're all working together to defeat the mission. I have to say this is a very fun game to play. It is very tough, very challenging, but that makes it more fun. It took us 4 times playing the very first introductory mission to defeat the mission, and all the way until the last round we weren't sure we were going to be able to do it. Defeating Drog was very tough and very challenging. We had to strategize in that last one. Well, if you do this, then I can do this, and if you do this, then let's hope we can pull this off. And you think you get some piece of equipment that's going to do you a lot of good. You're going to do damage to a bunch of creatures, and they're all in the same group. And then you get one creature, and it's big, and it's got a shield on it, so it reduces damage by 2 points. And then you're like, God, I was going to do 2 points to every creature, and it's not going to take any damage because it's got a shield of 2. Or if you beef up one of your heroes so it's really strong, so it can defeat one with a shield, then you might run into a big group of monsters or something. I have to say this is a very fun game to play. It's one I've played multiple times. This one I've played more times than a lot of them, and it's very fun. The artwork is a little cartoony for me, but other than that, it's a great game. Cooperative. You got to get your group together, and you have to get them thinking on the same page and working together to help each other. And you can even pull monsters away from another person in the game, and it might hurt you, but it might help them. And you can't lose any of your heroes to win the game. So you don't want to, everybody needs to help everybody else in this game. So that is Battle for Greyport. I would give it an enthusiastic thumbs up. Go out and get this if you like fighting monster type game, if you like deck building games. You got a shield, you got your armor, you got your hero, and all your heroes have different abilities, that kind of thing. This is a good selection for that. Make sure you tune into all of our videos at the Board Game Network.